If you're wondering how to manage projects, tasks, teams, and yourself, prepare to receive great value from this presentation by Francisco Bricio. Francisco is a theoretical physicist by profession, software developer by choice, automotive reference by luck, entrepreneur by conviction, and music lover by passion. He's also a book predator by pleasure and a writer by necessity. In the following, Francisco showcases a project management workflow that is so practical, simple, and effective. As you'll soon see, Francisco didn't start managing projects yesterday. Even though he's a theoretical physicist, he doesn't have a theoretical productivity system. He has a battle-tested and proven system that's as effective as it is elegant. Let's view Francisco's process now.
First, I need to say that I'm a big mess. Okay? I'm not as organized as what I have seen so far. I'm a very, very big mess. But in some points, that has been a negative part of my life. On the other side, it has been very positive because I think I'm very creative. And I say all this just because we are among peers. I usually don't say these kind of things. However, as I said, I get distracted very, very, very easily. So that's why my home note doesn't say home. It says focus, because that's kind of a reminder to me that I just need to focus. So this is my home note. My home note is a little bit different. Basically, as you see, my screen on the left is quite simple. I pretty much have everything on the reference. All the files is like a big vault of documents right there. So I only have these three documents on my left: focus, Command N, and to do, that I'm going to explain a little bit later. On the focus, this is just like my message. No, all my ideas, I call them Command N as a reference of the new document or a new anything. Usually is Command N. So that's my code name for all my projects. But since I get distracted very, very easily, I always try to focus into some kind of guidelines, and I use the 7Ws principle to do this, where I have my who, what, why, when, where, whom, try to see where I'm going. So basically, these are the guidelines who define if I'm going to get involved in a project, or if I'm just going to skip it or leverage to somebody else to do it for me. The first one is who I am. So I see here, and I have documents for all my different roles in my life as a husband, father, godfather, etc., etc. And then this is what do I want? And this one is important because I added my wants as tags. So in order to do any project or any idea, I look first if those ideas align to my interests. Otherwise, they can be a distraction, and that will make it less productive. So these are my interests. I'm interested in technology, in nature, in business, in music and literature, and personal growth. And in these things in particular, in technology, just computers, software, big data, technology, et cetera, et cetera. So these are the tags that I'm using for this. And I'm using the Tag Wrangler plugin, which is really nice. So if you see, all of them start with an I. So that's the I stands for interest. So they are all nested here on my tags here on right here. So everything is nested. But those are my wants. And then when I gonna do all these things, so I have a very strict rituals and daily rituals on when I'm going to do all my personal stuff and give time to do everything that I have to do. So I try to make myself more or less strict on that part. Then it comes the what, and this in particular is what are the things that I need to do consistently to get what I want. So what are my standards? What are my non-negotiables, I call? What are the things that I'm going to do no matter what every day, so I can get what I want? And then this other one, it also applies to tags, because it's who I'm going to leverage. Of course, I will not be able to do all these things that I'm doing if I didn't have the support of people. So on the whom, I have the people that I surround myself that help me on my first level to accomplish my things. So these are the people that work with me, and I have also a tag for this one, P for person, and the name of the person that helps me on each of these these things. So that means that every project will have to have a line, a want, and somebody that is going to help me to do all this. And finally, I have the where, and where I'm going to do all these things. And this also applies to what are the tools that I'm going to use. I love technology, so I get distracted by new tools, new things. So incorporating a new tool is just a learning process. So I try to avoid that unless it's something so cool as Obsidian. But I try to minimize myself the number of tools that I'm using, so I'm not just jumping around in different tools all the time. And then finally, this is just personal stuff. I just thank everybody that has helped me and everyone I'm grateful for, just as a reminder. I also have a section for my principles that I like to review every week, where I have my motto and the things that I do believe. And from time to time, this has been growing and changing, but these are more or less my principles of life. So having said that, the main thing is go to my command end, which is pretty much the thing that I see almost every day. And here are all my ongoing projects right now, divided by the different kind of businesses. So these are all my business projects and my personal projects that I'm going on right now. And as you see, for example, if I just move around here on each of these projects, the first thing that appears is the next step. The only way to accomplish this is that every project, every week moves. It doesn't matter, it's just one thing, one phone call, one email, but every project I'm involved with, I need to do at least one thing per week just to keep them going. So what I'm looking is for progress, not perfection. So if I go, for example, to this one called Authenticom, this is the name of the project. The first thing on the top is the next step, which I tag with the next. And this is what is next for this one in particular. Then it comes my why I'm doing this. I mean, why is this important for me? And sometimes it's good for me to read why I wanted to do this, why this is important for me. Then I have a list of contacts that are involved in this project. There are the next tasks I have to do. These are not all the tasks. I'm going to show you where I have all my big list of tasks. These are the ones that are next online, just so I don't get overwhelmed by a whole bunch of things to do. These are the next ones that I need to work on. Then oven, these are things that is important for me to remember, but I don't want them to get buried under layers and layers of to do things to do. And so this is what I call the oven. These are things that are cooking. And then I have my links. And here on the links and using the URL capacity of Obsidian, I get some quite nice things. For example, right now I'm looking at Authenticom as a project. And if I click here on email messages, it will open my Gmail and it will open immediately with a search for Authenticom. So I get all the email messages for this particular project right there in one shot with one click. The other thing that I have this is Euler, which is a tool that I use a lot to research on companies. This tool keeps me informed of what's going on with the different companies I'm involved with. And same thing, if I click here on Euler, I get information about this company, how the company is doing, and if there are any news about this individual or company that I'm working on. Then there's a section for all the information that I've been gathering in the time. And then here on the journal, what I have is what's everything that I've been doing with this account in particular. Then I have my metadata and if this is aligned with some of my principles. As I said, if it's not aligned with at least one of these things, I don't get involved too much into this. As you see, for example, the next step for this one is precisely today. So if I go to today's activity, then I get today, and I have my most important things for the day. So these are the things I need to do today that are more important for me. And all my next steps using the search functionality on Obsidian, it pulls from the different projects what are the next steps for any of these projects, if there's something so for Authenticom, I have this thing to do today. And for this, of course, linking your thinking is my presentation that I'm doing to you guys today. And then it goes all my agenda, where are the things that I have to do today. So I write the notes on every meeting that I have, my 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 14, et cetera, et cetera. And that's pretty much it. Just to finish, what I want to say is that my initial bolt or my initial point of capture is not Obsidian. What I use is drafts. I use drafts very, very much, but I have added some functionality into drafts to either save ideas or things that I'm capturing on my mobile phone or my iPad or anything into Obsidian, or to create a to-do list. So for example, if I say buy milk, and I click here on to Obsidian, then when I go back to Obsidian here on my to-do, here's where I have my master task list. And here's buy milk at the very, very top. And I keep this with another plugin who moves all my completed tasks to the very bottom of the file. So everything stays here. I guess that's pretty much it, Nick.
Well, yeah, round of applause for Francisco. Woo! Yeah, I think there'll be a few questions, a lot of different questions coming in. Just FYI, Francisco is in cohort 2, so he's had a little bit more time to fine tune bits of his personalized system, which we can definitely see. This was quite inspiring and eye-opening in many ways. So thank you. Okay, well, one more time, let's give Francisco that round of applause. That was really, really great. So okay, seeing Francisco's process is greatly inspiring. He shows how to manage projects in a clear, deliberate, simple, and yet powerful way. This is the signal, folks. It's not the noise. If you are sometimes feeling lost in the anxiety of what to focus on, or you often seem to lose steam on many of your goals, this is a way to successfully marry productivity to linked-based frameworks to unlock a whole new way of managing your projects, your teams, and yourself. As always, there are a lot more of these inspiring tours I hope to showcase because they show how personal the process of thinking and managing knowledge can be. Hey, if you enjoyed this, like one of the comments below or write your own. And until next time, stay connected.